My hands were shaking when the clerk scanned my soaked lottery ticket. He looked at the screen, froze, and said, "Ma'am, this is a big one. $1 million. But the miracle wasn't the ticket. It was what I did 7 days before. If you want to know how to truly manifest money, stay until the end, because I'm going to explain exactly what I did. And subscribe now to hear more inspiring stories that show you how to manifest your dreams, just like this one." I remember the exact moment I realized I was drowning. It was December 18th, 2023, and I was sitting in my car outside the Walgreens on Camelback Road in Phoenix, staring at my phone. The screen showed 3 missed calls from my landlord and a text that said, "Hannah, we need to talk about January." My checking account had $47.23. My credit card was maxed out at $8,400, and my dad's birthday was 2 days away. I worked full-time in medical billing at a clinic near Scottsdale, processing insurance claims for people who could actually afford health care. The irony wasn't lost on me. I made $42,000 a year, which sounds okay until you factor in rent, student loans, gas, and the fact that Phoenix isn't cheap anymore. I hadn't bought new clothes in over a year. Every Sunday I meal prepped the same bland chicken and rice, and still, every month, I was in the red. I felt like I was running on a treadmill that was on fire. That night, I came home and collapsed on the couch. My apartment was a 1-bedroom studio on 7th Street, with stained carpet and an AC unit that only worked when it felt like it. I could hear my upstairs neighbor dragging furniture around, and the smell of Mexican food wafted up through the window. I should have been hungry, but all I felt was a knot in my stomach. I grabbed my phone and opened the banking app again, as if the numbers would magically change. They didn't. I had a red notification. "Your minimum payment of $240 is overdue." I felt that familiar wave of panic rising through my chest, squeezing my throat. I took a deep breath, but it didn't help. I called my dad. He answered on the 3rd ring. "Hey, sweetheart." "Hi, Dad. How are you?" "Good, good. And you?" He always said he was good, even when he wasn't. My dad, Michael, was 64 and lived in a trailer park in Mesa. He'd worked his entire life in construction, roofing, concrete, remodeling, until his back said enough. Now he lived on Social Security, about $1,400 a month, and picked up odd jobs when he could. He never complained, never asked for anything. But I knew. I knew he skipped meals, that his heater didn't work right, that he deserved so much more. "Dad, your birthday's Friday. I wanted to do something special." Silence on the other end. "Hannah, you don't have to." "I know, but I want to." I heard him sigh. That tired sigh of someone who's given up hoping for something better. "Just seeing you is gift enough, sweetheart." When I hung up, tears were streaming down my face. I felt so powerless, so small, so trapped. That same night, I was scrolling through TikTok mindlessly, just trying to shut my brain off, when I stopped on a video. It was a woman in her 40s, sitting in an elegant office, speaking directly to the camera. The secret to manifestation isn't asking. It's feeling the relief as if it's already resolved. I watched it again and again. She explained, "When you get obsessed with the how, you block it. But when you feel the peace that it's already happened, you open space." Something clicked. It wasn't hope, it was curiosity. Like, what if? The next day I stopped by Barnes & Noble near Biltmore Fashion Park during my lunch break. There was a small section of books on spirituality and manifestation. I picked up a book called The Quantum Shift: How to Manifest from the Feeling, Not the Wanting. It cost $16.99. I hesitated. That was almost half my gas money for the week. But something inside me said, buy it. I bought it. That night, sitting on my bed, I read the first chapter. And one sentence jumped off the page. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you already are. I closed the book. My heart was racing. I read the entire book that night. I couldn't stop. It talked about quantum physics in a way that even I could understand, about how the observer changes reality, about wave collapse, about how our emotion is the signal we send to the quantum field. But the part that really got me was this. Your job isn't to force. Your job is to become the frequency of the solution. I sat on the bed, staring at my apartment's cracked ceiling, and thought, okay, but how? Then came the crazy idea. I opened my banking app. I took a screenshot of the screen showing my miserable balance of $47.23. I opened Photoshop on my old laptop and edited the number. I put 1,000 dollars. It looked ridiculous. It looked fake. It looked powerful. I printed it at a Staples the next day, spending my last $2 on a color print. When I got home, I taped the sheet to the wall next to my bed, right at eye level. That night, before bed, I did what the book suggested. I looked at that image for 60 seconds. I didn't try to believe it was real. I didn't force visualization. I just took a deep breath, relaxed my body, shoulders, jaw, belly, and repeated mentally, "It's resolved. I am safe." And then, something strange happened. My body actually relaxed. Like when you finally pay an overdue bill and feel that physical relief, that lightness in your chest. That's what I felt. For 60 seconds, I wasn't pretending. I was feeling. When I finished, I folded the sheet, put it in the drawer, and went to sleep. No elaborate ritual, no candles, no chasing signs all day. I just let go, and in the following days, something changed. Not in the external world. I was still broke. But inside me, there was this strange calm. Like a part of me already knew it would work out. I continued the practice every night. 60 seconds. Look at the print. Breathe. Feel the relief. And put it away. What changed first wasn't my bank account. It was my mind. I stopped checking my balance compulsively. I stopped panicking every time I saw a bank notification. It was like a part of me had disconnected from the desperation. I was still broke, but I wasn't desperate anymore. And that, strangely, made all the difference. At work, I started noticing small things. My boss, Karen, who was normally cold and distant, praised me in front of everyone at a team meeting. "Hannah always delivers on time," she said. I blinked, surprised. 2 people from the team invited me to lunch, something that had never happened before. I'd always been invisible there. One day, I was processing a $12,000 claim, and instead of feeling envy or anger, I simply thought, one day, this will be pocket change for me. And I believed it. But the real test came on December 22nd. It was Friday, the day before my dad's birthday. I'd saved up $35 to buy him a gift. Nothing big, maybe a new shirt from Walmart, or a cheap tool from Harbor Freight. I left work early and went to the Walmart on Indian School Road. I was walking through the aisles, looking at prices when I suddenly stopped. I stood there, in the middle of the tool aisle, and drifted. It wasn't forced visualization. It was like daydreaming. I saw myself walking into a different store, buying something really good, seeing my dad open it and smile, that rare smile he only had when he was truly happy. And in that moment, my body relaxed. My chest felt light. I felt the same thing I felt every night looking at the print. Relief. Like it had already happened. I took a deep breath, grabbed an $18 basic shirt, and went to the register. On the way out, I passed a Circle K. Normally, I wouldn't even go in. I didn't have money to waste on junk. But something pulled me. I went in. There was a line at the counter, 3 people ahead of me. The last one was a woman in her 50s, bleached blonde hair, expensive gym clothes, talking on the phone while ordering a bunch of scratchers. She didn't even look at the clerk. "Give me 5 of those. Wait, no, these 3 here too. And a Powerball. Actually, make it 2. The clerk, a young guy with a name tag that read Luis, waited patiently. I looked at my watch. It was almost 6 p.m. I was tired, hungry, and the woman was still on the phone. Finally, she paid. But before leaving, she turned to me and said with a little side smile, "Patience is a virtue, honey." My blood boiled. I felt the anger rising. That old, familiar anger of someone who's been stepped on too many times. I opened my mouth to say something sharp, but I stopped. I breathed, and I thought, if I react now, I lose the state. I let the anger pass. I took another deep breath, relaxed my shoulders, and waited for her to leave. When I finally got to the counter, Luis looked at me with that exhaustion of someone who deals with people all day. "How can I help you?" I intended to get a Powerball. I always played, not every week, but once in a while, when I had a few bucks left over. And I always chose my own numbers, birthdays, patterns I thought meant something, like 7, 14, 21, 28, numbers that made sense in my head. But in that moment, I realized something. I was still irritated, just a little, but I was. And if I chose numbers now, I'd be choosing from fear, from control, from desperation disguised as strategy. So I did something I'd never done. I looked at Luis and said, "1 quick pick for Powerball, please." He printed it. I paid $2. He handed me the ticket. I didn't even look at the numbers. I just folded it and put it in my wallet, between an old receipt and my maxed out credit card, and forgot about it. In the following days, it was Christmas. I gave my dad the shirt. He smiled, not the smile I'd imagined, but an honest smile. We ate frozen pizza in his trailer and watched Wheel of Fortune. It was simple. It was good. On Monday, December 26th, Phoenix had a rare storm. Heavy rain, thunder, flooded streets. I was coming home from work when my purse fell on the car floor, and the water that had gotten in through the door soaked everything. When I got home, I emptied the purse, wet receipts, smeared makeup, and there at the bottom, half disintegrated, the Powerball ticket. I almost threw it away, but something made me keep it. 2 days later, on Wednesday, December 28th, I stopped by the same Circle K to buy water, and I remembered, "Oh, let me check that ticket." I handed it to Luis. He scanned it and froze. He looked at the computer, looked at me, looked again. "Ma'am, this is a big one." My heart raced. "Big like how much?" He hesitated. "You need to go to the Arizona lottery." "But how much?" He turned the screen toward me. "Match 5, $1,000. I couldn't breathe. My entire body started shaking. My legs went weak. I held onto the counter. Is this real?" "It's real. But you need to go to their headquarters to claim it, in Phoenix. They'll verify and process it." I took the ticket back. My hands were shaking so much I almost dropped it. I left the Circle K in shock, got in the car, closed the door, and cried. Not from joy, not yet. I cried from fear. What if it's a scam? What if I scanned it wrong? What if someone robs me? What if? The fear was so big it almost erased everything. But then, I remembered. I remembered the sheet, the print, the 60 seconds every night, the relief. And I realized the miracle wasn't the ticket. The miracle was that I protected the state. I didn't tell anyone. Not my dad. Not my best friend. Nobody. I kept the ticket in a plastic sleeve, inside a book, inside my nightstand drawer, and I breathed. For the next 2 days, I did the same practice. Looked at the print. 60 seconds. Breathed. Felt the relief. But this time it was different, because now I knew. I knew the money was coming. and still I kept practicing the relief. Not euphoria, not greed. The relief. On Friday, December 30th, I went to the Arizona Lottery headquarters in Phoenix. I brought my ticket, my ID, and my heart pounding like crazy. The woman at the counter scanned it, verified it, and smiled. "Congratulations, Hannah. You've won $1 million before taxes. After state and federal deductions, you'll receive approximately $760,000 in a lump sum payment." I signed the papers. They took a photo. I asked them not to publish my face publicly, and they respected that. They said the deposit would be made in 10 to 14 business days. I left there shaking, but not from fear, from realization, because I understood something profound in that moment. Life had tested me. The woman in line, the irritation, the temptation to react, to go back to the old pattern of anger and control. If I'd chosen my numbers in that state, I would have chosen from the wrong place. I would have blocked it, but I protected the state, and life responded. The money hit my account on January 12th, 2024. I looked at the banking app, the same app that used to show $47, and saw $767,482.19. I didn't scream, didn't jump. I just breathed and smiled. The first thing I did was call my dad. "Dad, I need you to come to my place, now." He came. When he walked in, I handed him an envelope. Inside was a $50,000 check and the keys to a new mobile home I'd bought for him in a better park in Tempe, with working heat and a real porch. He looked at me, and cried. "Hannah, what did you do?" "I won the lottery, Dad, and the first thing I wanted to do was give you dignity." He hugged me so tight I could barely breathe. After that, I paid off my debts, all of them. The $8,400 on the credit card, the back rent, student loans, everything. I also set aside $200,000 to invest with the help of a financial advisor. Nothing risky, just index funds and bonds. The rest, I kept to live calmly, without rushing, while I figured out what to do with my life. But the real transformation wasn't the money. It was realizing I was no longer the desperate Hannah. I was the Hannah who knew how to wait, who knew how to protect the state, who knew how to let go. I had become someone else, and the universe had simply reflected that back. If you ask me today what really manifested that $1 million, I'll tell you, it wasn't the ticket. It wasn't luck. It was the decision to protect my internal state when life tested me. Manifestation isn't about asking the universe. It's about becoming the frequency of the solution. It's about feeling the relief before you see the proof. It's about letting go of control and trusting that when you change inside, the external world will reorganize to match. Today, I'm no longer struggling. My dad has dignity. I have peace. And I learned that the real miracle isn't the money. It's the version of yourself you become in the process. So if you're struggling now, if you're tired of forcing, I'm telling you, stop chasing. Start feeling. 60 seconds a day. Relief as if it's already resolved, and watch what happens. Remember to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share this with anyone who also needs to hear this manifestation story.